Hey guys, so a pretty cool update today. There is the Street Fighter Collab incoming, and we also have Colonel here, a new character. He's actually really cool. So I want to show you a little bit about Colonel, and I'm going to go over some of the event that's going on, kind of like leading up to the Street Fighter Collab. So let's actually talk about the Street Fighter Collab first. It's going to be Ryu, Chun-Li, and Akuma. Probably not all at once. But they have a login bonus that I forgot to get footage of, and I couldn't see a way to actually show you that until like tomorrow. But there is the fighting mission going on, so you just go to missions, event, and then fighting mission. So you're gonna do like try to come in here and do these dailies. Pretty simple. So like this one, for instance, I did this one. Use 0Z to complete the co-op stage once. So if you don't have these characters to do these, not a problem. I'll kind of show you how you can get that even with these events. So you want to come in here, do your dailies, and there's also milestone ones where you know it'll last for a while, 6 days. So you got about a week to do this. There you even have a Dan card. The Dan card's okay. You know, 20% chance to become immune to effects, immobilizing, and slows. It's fine. You know, it's cool to have. You gotta love the man Dan. So there is that. So I'm gonna show you kind of what do you do with these tokens once you get them. Okay, so you go to the store at the top right, this little icon here. I go to limited, and here is what you can get. So if you need some of these characters and for some reason you don't have them, like 0Z, not everybody might have that, right? So you can spend 1 coin and you can just, you know, work on getting him. But the main thing to go for here, of course, is this like arcade cabinet here. So you're gonna get some element medals, but you also are gonna get cards. Now I don't see a way to actually show you these cards, but Kami's S rank, Armika, Jury, and E Honda. So this is crate 1. So I'm assuming crate 2 is gonna come out within a week or so. But I don't know how good those cards are, but I definitely want to get them because they're going to be like limited. And if they are really good, I don't know a way to get this again unless they redo collabs, which I, you know, probably won't be anytime soon. So definitely something to go for. But now let's talk about Colonel here. Yeah, so here's Colonel. Really cool unit, actually. Sometimes I forget that Colonel is spelled that way. It's so weird to see. But anyway, I'm a horrible speller, so I was like, I forgot, you know, I'm used to saying his name and not seeing it all that much. So, here is his first move, and this is super sick. So, he performs an extremely quick, like, slash attack, deals decent damage, and he'll move, but he's, like, slash, but he's invulnerable while doing this. But the cool thing is when you're playing in the arena and you use the skill, it will teleport to the location of the target, and it will like teleport through terrain, ignore all of that, it'll just teleport right on top of them. That's super sick. This one increases the range in which you can do that. That's pretty good if you're having, you know, if you're playing him and you're having a hard time teleporting onto people, like they're keeping you too far away. I don't know, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. This is pretty decent. When you use the skill, you will not suffer negative status effects. That's decent. And then this one, you know, reduces the range, but increases the damage. So if you feel like you're not having a hard time locking onto them, so you can get onto them pretty quick, but you just want to deal some extra damage, this is a great way of doing that. I think this is one of the better ones. But if you feel like people are kiting you too much, boom, switch to this. 30% is pretty significant. Next one. Create a huge shock wave, does a decent amount of damage, so it can penetrate terrain and stuff, and penetrate targets, so that's a pretty decent one too. Increase your attack is the first one, 40% of the penetration, that's okay. Increase damage rate by 50%, reduce preparation time. That's just kind of preference, as most of these are. There's a few chips I think that kind of are the best overall, but you know, this is just kind of whatever you feel preference. Maybe to reduce cooldown is what I like. His passives are neat, except for the first one. I'm not a big fan of this. This is very niche. So when you're attacked by summoned enemy, reduce damage you take by 30%. So he's gonna have some pretty decent matchups against people who use like summon things, but I don't know. The summon things aren't always the best, but it just kind of limits this to very few like matchups. Here's a cool one. When your target is a player, so he's very PvP oriented, as you can tell. You increase the damage you deal by 10% when you hit the player with a huge shockwave. There's a chance to cause confusion, which is disable their auto aim. So there's a lot of people that don't use the manual aim. Like a lot of times I don't, so that would really throw me for a loop. And keep this in mind because later it's going to come into play, this confusion thing. So here's the melee mastery. So obviously Colonel, as he should, gets a boost for using melee attacks, and I think that's kind of fitting. You're going to be able to teleport on top of people and mess them up, so yeah, it's better to have a melee weapon for that. You're not going to teleport on top of somebody and shoot them with your buster. Maybe a blower, but here's another one. Military honors. When attacked, there's a chance to gain preventive shield status that will protect you against all negative status effects. So on the other chip, probably not use that if you're going to get to this eventually. This effect can be triggered again, a 6-second cooldown. So he doesn't have too much damage reduction, except this one right here, if I recall. And it's not very high, but when you're attacked by a player, reduce the damage you take by 10%, which is good. This is a cool part. Clash of Conviction will now cause confusion with a 100% chance. So this up here, which had what, like a 10% chance? Hit by a player, shockwave, there's a chance. I guess I don't know the chance of that, but now it's a 100% chance to cause them to be confused. So very cool. I think he's pretty solid character overall, especially if you love using swords. Teleporting and you just hate chasing people down, he'll just teleport on top. Really good, especially for certain arenas as well. But it's cool that it even teleports through terrain. Very cool, very cool. I think he's awesome. But I am going to save for the Street Fighter collab, but I do think the character is really good and would be worth it if you are just love, you know, using swords. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me today. Kind of a short one, but I'm really excited for the Street Fighter collab come up. I'm going to definitely roll for that. So make sure to like and subscribe, and so you can stay tuned for that, because we're going to cover all of that event. Good luck in your summons if you're going for a Colonel, and good luck in your your missions to get your cards, the Street Fighter limited time cards. I'm definitely going to go for that. But thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you, and you have a blessed day, y'all. If you need a guild, you can join Blue Ice White Squad, my guild here. It's semi-casual, but as long as you're somewhat active, it's all good. Also, follow me on Instagram. I post all kinds of stupid stuff on there, summoning pulls I do from other games, and all kinds of stuff. So follow that as well. Thank you guys so much.